Welcome to another session on child issues. In last sessions we have discussed about child marriage and child abuse. In this video we will discuss about juvenile justice. But here you remember one thing, I do not discuss any outside articles or current affairs here. Just whatever maybe the theory is there, that we will go with fundamentals because already the videos are going to be lengthy. Okay. So let's start the video now. So before discussing juvenile justice, we have to know one thing, that is NCPCR, National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Okay. It is a statutory body in India established by Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act of 2005. It is established under Protection of Child Rights CPCR Act of 2005. So now around 20 years crossed establishing NCPCR. The 18th Foundation Day theme name is Empowering Girl Child. Empowering Girl Child means Beti Bachao Beti Padhao jaisa, like that. Empowering Girl Child is the ambition of 18th Foundation Day of NCPCR. Okay. So what are the NCPCR functions? It works under Ministry of Women and Child Development. It works under Ministry of Women and Child Development. So whatever the things related to women and child, that will comes under Ministry of Women and Child Development only. So it was established in March 5th, 2007. The main objectives are to make policy or program align with child rights and protection. So whatever the policies, programs the government is doing, they are for the growth of child rights and protection only. To ensure this, that is the work of NCPCR. So the main function of NCPCR is to ensure whatever the policies, programs done by the government for the betterment of childs are aligning with child rights and child protection. Okay. So here we can see also, ensure that all policies, programs, administrative mechanisms aligned with perspective of child rights and stated in Indian Constitution and UN Convention on Rights of Child. So these rights and policies align with UN Convention on Rights of Child. According to Commission definition, child is a person up to age of 18 years. Whoever a boy or girl who do not cross age of 18 will be treated as a child according to NCPCR. Why NCPCR appeared in news recently? Because the commission raised concerns about use of children pictures in political agenda. Many politicians are using children pics in their campaigns. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme came into existence, and also Save Girl Child like tags. Okay. And Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana. All these programs come. They started campaigning on these programs' name to make awareness to illiterate, low section, low strata of people, and along with they make it as a political campaign main tag also. So they are displaying children pictures in the political campaign. That is not allowed. That should not be allowed in NCPCR's preview, because the child privacy is being spoiled by these campaigns. That is a concern. That's why the commission came into news nowadays. Okay. What are other main functions of NCPCR? NCPCR established to protect child rights. Already I told you, child protection, child rights is the main objective of NCPCR. It also investigates child rights, suggests legal actions. Suppose a child privacy or protection has been spoiled, what are the actions to take? That NCPCR guidelines will be given. Okay. The body studies treaties of other countries. It also studies treaties of other countries and marks recommendations. Undertakes research and spreads child rights literacy. Okay, they also make awareness among people about child rights and they observe other countries' child rights, how they work. So that we can implement in India also. Okay, they will observe how other countries are implementing child rights and protection. Based on that, they will implement in India. Okay, the commission promotes views of children. It also promotes views of children and also views of organization that work for the welfare of children. Okay, it takes care of views of children and also organizations work for children. These are the whole functions of NCPCR. It should ensure that whatever the programs and policies done by government are aligned with child protection and right. At the same time, they will create awareness among people. Okay, and they observe other countries how they are implementing child rights. They will implement in same way in India, and also they takes into account views of children and children associated organizations. These are the main important functions of NCPCR. It also runs a portal called Ghar. Okay, Ghar means go home and reunite. Ghar. Ghar means go home and reunite. It's developed for repatriation of children, means safety of children. It's created for safety of children. Suppose a children is missing from house. So under this portal, they make the child to enter their house again. Like this, there are some main functions of this app. Okay, so who is the chairman of NCPCR? The current chairman of NCPCR is Tripti Gurha. Till 2018, the chairman is Priyank Kongu. Okay, apart from the chairman, it has 6 members. 6 members working in it. It is appointed by GOI, Government of India, and makes recommendations on appointment of the chairman. So the government makes recommendations for appointment of chairman also. So those 6 members of NCPCR are experts in the field like education, child health, juvenile justice, child psychology. Means one psychologist will be there and one lawyer will be there who works for juvenile justice, and child health education experts will be there. So they also recommend child welfare police officer. Ministry of Home Affairs recently asked states UT to appoint child welfare police officer in every police station. So the Union Ministry of Home Affairs directed every state and union territory to appoint a child welfare police officer in every police station in every state. So why to appoint this police officer? Suppose a child got some problem. Okay, problem. Like in online someone might be blackmailing. Okay, any abuse thing is there, any case is there. In that case, they can't easily explain to male counterpart in the police station. That's why they recommend a child welfare police officer to take care of children complaints, so that they can easily, comfortably explain what happened to them. They might be appoint a police officer who is specialist in psychology also, so that they can handle the kids softly, so that they will express all whatever the pain is there to outside freely, like that. Okay, the direction was in line with advisory issued by NCPCR. Already I told you, it is a recommendation of NCPCR to establish a separate officer in police station. The Juvenile Justice Act, Care and Protection of Children Act, calls for designating at least one officer not below the rank of an assistant sub-inspector. So the officer, whoever may be allotted in each police station for welfare of a kid, should not be below the rank of an assistant sub-inspector in every police station, according to Juvenile Justice Act. So now we deal with another concept, that is National Commission for Protection of Child Rights drafted guidelines for assessing minors. So how to, in juvenile justice means giving justice to minors, minor criminals. And they are not arrested. They will be sent to juvenile home. If a child is an offender at the age of 16 years, one boy did a crime, then how to deal with it? That is an act related to juvenile justice. So now NCPCR came up with a new guidelines on this act. Let us see what are the guidelines here. NCPCR come up with a draft guidelines on preliminary assessment of whether certain minors to be tried under law as adults in particular cases under Juvenile Justice Act. So a minor means age under 18 can be treated as an adult in some heinous cases. If they have to be tried as an adult, what are the conditions that NCPCR guidelines will give? Originally, the law is Juvenile Delinquency Law and Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2000. Okay, according to this act, age less than 18 years, then he will be treated as a minor. Whether he will be a criminal also in some cases, but he will be treated as a minor and he will be sent to juvenile home. Means he is not arrested. He is not arrested by the police or he do not get a major punishment. He just sent to juvenile home. There he will get his studies done. But after 2012 Nirbhaya rape case, the police comes to know a minor boy of 17 years was involved in this crime. Then they started assessing whether a criminal really a minor or not. Suppose a low strata, low section, slum area boy is there. He can be of 19 years, but as he don't have age certificate, any study proof certificate, then he can claim that his age can be 16 also. That's why the Juvenile Justice Act was amended to include these type of criminals who cover their age before the justice system. Okay, so one of the main provisions of the act is that minors in conflict with law between ages of 16 and 18 can be tried as adults. So they amended the Juvenile Justice Act to include minors between 16 to 18 years of age involved in heinous crimes like drug peddler, murder, rape, etc. things. Then they will be treated as adults, not a minor. They will be treated as a adult. They will be given equal punishment. Why they cover the age here? Suppose a 19 years criminal is there, he covers the age as 16 years and he will go to juvenile home escaping from the punishment. Either it can be hanging or 14 years jail, whatever, arrest, anything, he will escape and simply he will go to juvenile home. He will take rest there, he will do his studies. Afterwards, again, after going into the society, he will join a new job. So to find these type of dangerous criminals, the act was amended to include 16 to 18 years minors as adults. Okay. So previously, all children under the age of 18 were deemed minors by the law. Already I told you, every criminal below the age of 18 deemed to be minor, but the act is amended to include 16 to 18 minors as adults. In case of heinous offences, a child between age of 16 to 18 may be tried as an adult. He can be arrested, he will be given 14 years jail, or he will even given capital punishment, but he will not be treated as a minor, or he will not be sent to juvenile home. Okay, so there will be preliminary assessment. So how to find the age of a person? Suppose a 19 years boy is there, he is claiming that my age is just 16 years, he don't have any certificates of proof. Then how to assess that boy? So they will conduct an investigation, preliminary investigation in his area, whether when he born, if he is an orphan, when the parents left him. So after this preliminary investigation over, by investigation also, if it is not found, even they search all possible certificates like Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, anything will be there. They will search all certificates of proof of age. But even in that also, if he is not found, all the certificates are also fake, that they are claiming he is of age 16. But age 16 minor can't do heinous crimes like murder or rape or drug peddler, whatever. So in that case, what they will do, they will go through psychological analysis. Psychoanalysis. That assess his behavior, his physical ability and mental ability, whether he is positive to making crime, and physical ability, whether he is able to do that so and so crime or not. These all abilities will be tested by experts, psychologists. Experts will sit in the panel to check the criminal offense. These guidelines, this assessment, like psychological analysis, his mental ability, physical ability, by psychologists, all these guidelines were given by NCPCR, National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. So it will assess, conducting preliminary assessment to determine whether a child should be treated as minor or not in criminal cases, which comes under heinous offences like drug peddler, murder or rape. Okay, so and under Juvenile Justice Act, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, a child is defined as an individual who has not completed 18 years of age. However, there is a specific provision under which initiation of an inquiry into heinous crime has been differentiated based on age of the child. So the inquiry process will also change based on the age of the child. According to section 15(1) of the Act, case of a heinous offence alleged to have committed by a child who has completed or age 16, the Juvenile Justice Board shall conduct a preliminary assessment. I told you already, investigation and check certificates. In these two things, if he is not found, then psychoanalysis will be done. Okay, so to check his mental and physical capacity to commit such type of offense, ability to understand the consequences. So what whether he is able to understand the consequence of doing such offense, means in temptation or angry, temporary angry, people will do crimes. Suppose an uneducated, illiterate criminal is there, he will do a rape in sudden temptation, but he don't know how much he will be punished by the court of law after doing these type of crime, just for some satisfaction. How much he has to pay, how many days he has to ruin in jail, that he don't know clearly. So whether they will check, he is able to understand the law also, understand the consequences of the offense and circumstances in which allegedly committed the offense, and they also check the circumstances. Suppose in Nirbhaya rape case, if you observe, in Nirbhaya rape case, what happened? So whatever the 4 people involved in the case, they are going outside to enjoy somewhere. So at that time, in the bus, they quarreled with the girl and boy. Later, this quarrel turned into rape. So we don't know exactly what happened there. Out of these 3 people, 3 people may do the rape, or one minor boy might be watching them first. But later, after watching these 3 people, he may indulge in the rape again. So, what are the circumstances? A minor boy did a crime, that is also assessed by the committee. Okay. What is the reason? Suppose a minor boy did a murder. What is the main reason? Whether he is cheated. Okay, love suicides, murders, acid attacks. We are watching many. So what are the circumstances? A minor is doing an acid attack on some girl. If she rejects love, he can't tolerate, then he go on doing acid attack on the girl. If he is cheated, he is going to do suicide, or he is going to murder the girl with whom he was cheated. So these type of things happen because of the psychology of the boy is not good. So this psychological analysis will be done by the committee to check how much the boy has been spoiled to do such type of heinous crimes. Okay, the board may then pass an order that there is a need for trial of the child as an adult. If they observe really the child become in minor age only, he become a psycho, then they can recommend the court to arrest him or even give a capital punishment to him. Okay, need for NCPCR draft guidelines. So what is the need for NCPCR guidelines now? The task of preliminary assessment under JJ Act. Whatever the task of assessing a minor, whether he is a criminal or not, why if criminal, why he become a criminal. This is a separate task, dedicated task. It requires lot of effort, lot of experts to assess how the boy is doing like that. So that's why NCPCR guidelines are very important in such special cases. Okay, NCPCR has framed guidelines in which describe key procedures to conduct preliminary assessment, while course of assessment different from child to child. The course of action will be different from child to child. Suppose a child was stuck in a wrong case. Don't do anything, he was stuck in a POSCO case, then they will do the assessment and they will decide whether the child, minor boy, is a criminal or not. Okay, like that. The draft guidelines, preliminary assessment has to determine physical capacity of the child and mental capacity. Already I told you physical abilities, whether he is able to do the murder or not, rape or not, what is the physical ability, mental ability, circumstances in which offense is allegedly committed, ability to understand consequences of the offense. Also states experts from the field of child psychology and psychiatry must be given. Sometimes they will do hypnotism also, to really check he did the crime or not. Truth or false machine they use. Okay, like this. Psychometry will also be done on the child. Opportunity to interact with the child to be a rapport. A copy of assessment conducted within 3 months of the child being produced before the Juvenile Justice Board. So, whatever the report is there, how they find whether the boy is a criminal or not. If he is a criminal, why he become a criminal, that assessment report will be sent to Juvenile Justice Board, must be given to the child, and legal aid counsel must be present during the assessment. There will be legal aid counsel also present at the time of giving the report. What are the functions of Juvenile Justice Board here? The Juvenile Justice Board rely on social investigation report statements of witnesses, interactions with parents, guardians, school staff, peer groups, neighbors. So they basically do the initial investigation whether the boy he is a criminal or not, he is having a criminal history, crime history, or his psychology is spoiled or what. That type of things they will investigate with the relatives or friends, whoever maybe the boy is having. Responsibility of Juvenile Justice Board involves conducting preliminary assessment, complete within 3 months, okay, from the date of first production of the child. Before it, within 3 months they have to do this assessment whether the minor is a criminal or not. Okay, in case of board determines there is a need for trial of the child as an adult, and they also check if he is an adult, how they have to trial before the court like a adult. Okay, and transfer the case to the children's court. So if he is not the criminal, he is a minor only, then they will transfer the case to children's court, so that he will be sent to juvenile home to finish his studies. Juvenile home. That assessment this Juvenile Justice Board will do. So age determination, about this already I told you. Okay, to determine offender's age, the Justice Board obtain the date of birth certificate. So in case of certificate is not available, they will be determined by ossification test or any other latest medical age determination test. So they will do medical tests to check the age of the boy. Okay, categories of criminal cases involving the children. How many types of cases will be there involving a children? There are heinous offences. Heinous offences include crime for which minimum punishment is imprisonment for 7 years or more. 7 years jail or more. In case of heinous offence, jail greater than 7 years. Okay, and include crimes for which maximum punishment is imprisonment up to 3 years, and serious offences. So petty offences, in petty offences, jail is maximum 3 years. Okay, and serious offences. In serious offences, crime for which punishment is minimum imprisonment 3 to 7 years. So petty offence less than 3 years, serious offence 3 to 7 years, heinous offence jail greater than 7 years. So what are the two essential conditions for preliminary assessment here? There are two main conditions for preliminary assessment. They are: the child must be of age 16 to 18 years, tried as an adult in case of heinous offence. So child should be in between age of 16 to 18 years and the crime is a heinous offence, then only preliminary assessment will be done. In case of petty offence, suppose a child did a theft, then it will be treated as a petty offence, he will be jailed up to 3 years. Essential conditions are: the child must be 16 to 18 years, the crime should be heinous. Heinous means drug peddler or murderer. So this is all about juvenile justice. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you.